Hey there everyone, it's Aaron Hughes from FuDog Group. In the past few videos I've been talking about productivity, time management, goal setting, efficiency, and recently I have been doing videos that specifically reference a to-do list, a task list, a daily action sheet, or something like that. And I realize I'm kind of making the assumption that you are using some sort of list of tasks to help guide your activity or your work through the day. But I wanted to talk about that a little bit more because maybe not everyone is using one, or maybe you're just doing using a task list, doing some sort of time management outline for your day without giving it a lot of thought. And so I want to share with you a few ways to think about it, a few strategies to manage your daily task list. And maybe you'll find some things to consider that you can use to become more productive and efficient in your day. So first, let's just start at a high level and say that I think everyone should start with some goals that they want in life or in work. So you have these kind of big goals, these metrics, these measurable targets that you are working toward. Then each of those goals get kind of like reverse engineered into projects. And then those projects, under each project, you are building tasks. So the tasks, as you complete them, will complete a project. And the project, as you complete each project, those projects will help to fulfill or achieve a goal. So that's kind of the simplest way to run your life. And so then now to connect the dots from what I've just said to your task management system that you're doing every day, your task list, your to-do list, is you got your goals broken out into projects. Those projects have tasks. So those tasks that you need to do today, you might gather tasks from each of your projects, and those go on a daily task list, a daily to-do list, a daily action sheet. I kind of use all those terms interchangeably. What should that look like? What should that daily task list look like? Well, there's a few ways that people will run these. And it kind of depends on your work, really. At the simplest level, it depends on how time specific your work is, or how reactive your work is. So when I was a freelance copywriter way back in the day, I didn't have a lot of meetings. This is like early internet, or before Zoom. So I did a lot of email type of communication. I didn't need Zoom. I wasn't on a lot of meetings. And so my day was pretty wide open. So that's one example of a way some people work. Not a lot of meetings, just a lot of things to do, tasks to do. Now my life looks very different. I co-own FuDog Group with Mike and Jennifer, and we are on a lot of Zooms. So we have like an owners meeting often in the morning. We'll meet with like our project management lead. We might meet with team members like the creative team or the client team, that type of thing. And then sometimes we'll be on a Zoom that will be like 15 or 18 hours long, but it's like a training because we do trainings together. Couple times a month usually, and those trainings could be like 12, 15, 18 hours long. So I do have a lot more time specific stuff in the day. So that's a couple of examples just I've used from my own life that I've got. I used to have work that was really just like task oriented with no time in it. And I now have a lot of work that is very time specific. But I think there might be people who have work that's really reactive. Like you might be sitting at your desk, for example, like if you work at a call center or something, you're sitting at your desk, you've got tasks to do, but you have to pick up the phone whenever the phone rings. It's not like you can schedule those calls. They come in when the phone rings, but you still have things to do when the phone's not ringing. Or maybe you're a firefighter and you don't have a to-do list when you're out fighting fires. You have like one list, one action, and that is like put out the fire. But when you're not fighting fires, you're probably doing other things, whatever it is that firefighters do. I actually have no idea. Polish the truck or whatever. Okay, enough guessing what firefighters do when they're not putting out fires. So you've got this daily action task list. And you maybe have work that is very task specific, but not time specific, or you've got work that's very time specific, or something in between. So here are kind of the 4 ways that you might lay out your task list. One kind of very common way, sort of the default way, especially if you have task heavy work, is to just have that list, just a list of things you have to do today. And it's kind of random, but it's like, call this person, email that person, write this thing, file this thing, go to the bank, and so on, right? It's just like a list of tasks. You cross them off as you do them. A kind of a version of that, something slightly more advanced, would be your list of tasks, but now made with sorted by priority. So same task list, but now like priority A items, you have to do this and this and this. Priority B items are this and this, and lower priority C is this and this. So you've got your basic task list, you've got a prioritized task list, or you have a very time-specific work in which it's kind of more like a boulders and pebbles type of planning, where you've got you're planning out your day by time. I've got a Zoom call at 5:30 in the morning, and then another one at 8, and then one at 9, and then one at 10, and one at 3, and one at 5. And then gaps in between that you can kind of fill in with tasks as you need to do. And this really is what my day looks like now. And this is typically what my schedule would be like. But now I'm going to show you what I actually do, which kind of takes this model, but I think improves upon it. So let's talk about the 4th way. So I've got the task list, the basic task list. I've got prioritized task list. I've got more of a time specific list. But the 4th way is the way I really like, and I hope that you would take something from what I'm about to share. And that is, instead of having your tasks or your timed events, or somehow a little bit of both, I'd like you to think about mapping out your day. Map out your entire day. And what I mean is, the day before or the week before, lay out, like on a piece of paper or in some kind of time management system, the scheduled items that you have to do. This Zoom call, that Zoom call, but also like breakfast, lunch, when you want to work out, that type of thing. And then in between, put in batched, prioritized tasks that you need to get done. And map those tasks to how you feel and how you like to work at that time of day. So rather than just having like, okay, I've got this open space in the morning, I'm going to see what I'm going to do when I don't have any meetings. Instead, look at this kind of gap between your 2 meetings and think, what level of energy and attention and focus do I have at this time of day? And it may be very different than the attention and energy and focus that you have later in the day. I know a lot of people might feel really, pretty good and productive in the morning, and they might wane a little bit in the afternoon as their blood sugar dips, or they've been working hard, or maybe they had a big lunch, a big plate of pasta for lunch, and now they aren't quite into getting some, all the really intensive work done. So mapping out your day means partly figuring out the timing of your meetings, but also looking at the gaps in between and saying, what are the chunks of work that I want to do that kind of match the work, match the energy that I have at that point of day. But I would suggest you even go one step further beyond just that and map out even the times of day when you're not at your desk. So a lot of times we think of our to-do list as being the thing we have to do maybe at our desk, or the bare minimum of the tasks we have to do in order to call it a great day. But I would say mapping out your day from the time you wake up to the time you finish sets a level of intentionality to your day, so that you're really thinking ahead to that morning, even before you start your work, and you say, what do I want to do in the morning? What will really add value to my life in the morning? It's not just about like getting up, brushing your teeth, having breakfast, having your coffee, maybe, working out or something. It's thinking like, what approach do I want to take? Like, I want to really add value to other people's lives. So maybe that means while I'm having breakfast, I'm going to, email 3 people and tell them that I've been thinking about them today and that I hope they're doing really great. And that's just the morning. The other, now you're also mapping out your evening as well, so that you're thinking about, okay, I've finished my work for the day, but I haven't finished my day. What do I want to do for the rest of the day that's really like, that elevates my life? And maybe that includes like a workout or a walk with your spouse or partner, or connecting with people if that's what you want to do. So what are the things that will enrich your evening? And so my suggestion is mapping out your entire day is not just trying to like find the meetings and then the gaps in between and what will you do with that, but really approaching your day with intention and saying, okay, these are the times that I have to be in a meeting. In between those times, what can I do that really matches what I can bring to the table? That is really like, I have a certain amount of energy. What can I do at that point? But then also in the morning before work, or in the evening after work, or at lunches or breaks or whatever, what level of intention can I live in my life to elevate my life and elevate the lives of those around me? So that's the approach I'd like you to consider. You may not want to adopt all of it, but consider what pieces you can adopt to create a mapped out day that really helps you feel like you win. So that at the end of the day, when you get into bed, you're like, this was an amazing day. This wasn't just a day where I crossed things off on my to-do list or I showed up to meetings, but this whole day was really great. That's what a mapped out day should achieve for you. All right, everyone, my name is Aaron Hughes, and I am bringing you some productivity tips and some efficiency and time management strategies. I hope they are helpful. Put in the comments below what you think about a mapped out day, and if you are trying it out, let me know what your results are. All right, have a great day.